Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is... Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber mystery, Message in a Haunted Mansion. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play the game. In this game, you get to fill my shoes and try to solve the mystery. You'll see the world through my eyes and choose what I do. And I can do many things. I always carry my magnifying glass around to search for clues. When it turns red, click your mouse button to see what I have found. Try it out. Move your mouse around and find an area where the magnifying glass turns red. And then click. Very good. You can use the red magnifying glass to open and close things, pick up objects, move things, and get around the different places you'll visit. When you want to go back to where you came from or turn around, find where your cursor turns into a U-turn at the bottom of the screen. And good job! When you're in the center of a room, you can turn around in a circle to see the whole room. Move your cursor to the edge of the screen and click your mouse button. Now, turn around and click on my suitcases. All right. When you find something useful in the game, you can pick it up and carry it around with you. I'll give you a key to my suitcase to show you what these objects look like. Pretty neat, huh? To use these objects, just move your mouse over them in your toolbox to the right and click on them. Notice your cursor will turn into that item. Just click on the area where you want to use it. Très bien, as they say in France. One more lesson and you'll have all of my moves down. In the game, you can talk to people by choosing a reply in the text box next to the toolbox. The person you're talking to will appear in blue, and my replies will be in white. Just click one of my responses to see what they'll say. Hello there. How are you today? I'm not doing so hot. Well, as long as it's not catching, it's fine by me. If there's a lot of words in the text box, those bars to the right move up and down. Sometimes people have too much to say. Okay, we're almost done. At the bottom left is a little pocket watch where you can check the time in the game. If you make a major mistake, like blow up something or get hurt, you can always select Second Chance from the main menu to start where you left off. And if you get stuck, try calling Bess or George. So that's it. I'll return you to the Player Challenge screen where you can start the game. Junior Detective is a little easier, so you might want to start there. Good luck! Dear Bess, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to come out and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I gathered, Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents. Could it be just bad luck, or is there something more sinister at work? I'm sure I'll find out. Love, Nancy. The rope is cut. It's stuck.
Hi, you must be Nancy. My name's Charlie.
Nice to meet you. Rose and Abby really have their hands full with this house.
Yeah, most of these Victorian mansions need a lot of work, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty, you know? This place will look great once it's finished.
I can see that. But what do you like to do when you're not renovating Victorian mansions? Any hobbies?
I'm taking classes at the local community college. I really like history. That's why it's neat to live. I mean, work here, because everything is so old. It's got real character.
Rose told me that there have been a lot of accidents lately. What do you think is causing them?
I have no idea. People are blaming me, but it's not my fault. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe she has something for you to do. See ya! Hey, Nancy, I really need to finish this up. Sorry.
Hello, Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule. Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
I can't wait. Last night, you mentioned some accidents. What exactly happened?
I don't know where to begin. It started out with some small but irritating things. But then the scaffolding collapsed, and just last week we had a gas leak. I really don't know whether I can stand much more of this. I would love to have a week without any accidents.
That's too bad. And you've done such a terrific job with the renovation. Do you know much about the original owner?
Almost all the records on these old houses were destroyed in the Great Earthquake, so we don't know much about the origins of the place. Abby thinks all our accidents were caused by some restless spirit or a curse. I'm not one to believe in bad luck, but it's been one thing after another. Maybe Charlie doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates are so affordable. I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough chit-chat. Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles. Take a look in the corner. Those wood tiles should fit inside the inlay pattern of the floor. Abby and I tried for hours, but it's just too complicated. I'm sorry for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room. It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you get with that puzzle. And thanks again for helping us, Nancy.
I did it!
How's that inlay puzzle coming along?
I finished it!
Wonderful! But now I've got something else for you. I set up a ladder upstairs so you can chip off the broken tiles on the hallway ceiling. You'll need to look around for a chisel or paint scraper for the job. I'm not sure where Charlie keeps them.
How did you find Charlie?
He just showed up one day. It was really odd. I remember Abby and I were in the basement talking about hiring someone to help us. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang and there stood Charlie, looking for work.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long.
It's missing an eye. It's good to know it's here. It's locked. It's locked.
I see you. Hey, Nancy. I really need to finish this up. Sorry.
How are the tiles coming along?
I'm all finished, but you should know what I found.
I'm sure it's very interesting, but unless it's really important, I've got other things to worry about. Let's see. If you're any good at fixing things, there's a dumbwaiter in the hallway that's not working.
Whose laptop is that in the library?
Louis leaves it here, but he doesn't like people to use it. He said he's had trouble with viruses lately.
Where did Abby find those papers that are in the parlor?
She told me they were in her room, which surprised me since it was completely empty when we moved in. Now the room you're staying in was crammed with furniture. I think most of it was original with the house.
Have you heard of someone named Lizzie Applegate?
No, I haven't.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Thanks for your help.
The rope is cut. it's missing an eye.
Drew Residence, Hannah Groon speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Nancy, how are you? And how's Rose?
Fine, but I didn't realize she was so young. How did you meet her?
Doesn't she look great? You'd never think she was a day over 50. I met Rose at the River Heights Community Theater after she retired from the school district, don't you remember? Abby was working with us too. Have you met Abby yet?
Rose mentioned some accidents she's had. What do you know about them?
She doesn't say much, but I know they've become worse and worse. That's one of the reasons why I asked you to visit her, to see if everything is all right.
This mansion must have cost a fortune. How did she afford it?
Rose spent her entire life savings on the house. If this doesn't work out, she won't have 30 more years to earn the money back. Well, I should let you get back to your renovation work. Thank you for calling. There's probably no reason for concern. But be on the lookout for anything unusual. Goodbye, dear.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. George is here. Let me put her on the speakerphone.
Nancy?
Hi, George.
Hey, what's up?
I'm in San Francisco, helping a friend of Hannah's renovate an old Victorian mansion. She wants to open up a bed and breakfast. Unfortunately, some strange accidents have delayed the project.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like you've got another case on your hands. Have you asked everybody about these accidents?
Not yet, but I will. So, what are you two up to?
Well, speaking of renovations, George is redecorating her room and staying with me till it's done.
But we haven't had any accidents.
Except when you spilled the soda all over the carpet.
Okay, but it wasn't very unusual.
So, tell us more about what's been going on.
Do you know anything about the house's history?
I met the resident handyman, Charlie. He's pretty young, and I don't think he has much experience.
Maybe he doesn't charge very much, so he's probably a good bargain for Rose.
Or maybe he's just cute.
Bess, is that all you can think about?
No.
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
Okay, we'll help you.
But since you're a senior detective,
We'll make the hints a little harder. I suspect...
you need to find some.
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
I suspect...
You need to find some.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy!
This is Emily.
Hi, Emily. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew? I haven't heard from you in ages. How's Hannah in River Heights? You're not in San Francisco, are you, my dear?
Actually, I am. I'm helping one of Hannah's friends, Rose Green, renovate this wonderful old Victorian mansion. She wants to open up a bed and breakfast.
Seems to be the trend these days. I'll bet you're staying in the Haight-Ashbury district.
I'm not sure. The place is located on California Lane. 4653, I think is the number.
You know, you're lucky you caught me at home. I've been traveling most of these days, but after that crazy tour of Egypt. By the way, riding a camel is not as easy as it looks. My editor gave me an assignment right here in town. It'll be on the Dragons of San Francisco.
Dragons of San Francisco sounds exotic. What kind of dragons are you researching?
Chinese dragons. My editor thought this would make a great topic for a photo essay. The dragon is a very important symbol in Chinese culture.
So it seems. My room is full of Chinese decorations.
Oh, sure. Many of the Victorians have rooms with themes, usually colors or cultures. I once spent a night in a Victorian where each room had a bird theme. Don't laugh, but I stayed in the nuthatch room.
You're kidding. Why do they call these mansions Victorians?
They're named after Queen Victoria, who pretty much defined high society in the late 1800s. After the gold rush, San Francisco had a building boom, but most of the great Victorian mansions weren't built until the late 1800s. Nowadays, it's very popular to convert them into bed and breakfasts.
Were many of these mansions destroyed by earthquakes?
Oh, yes. Many of the early Victorians were destroyed in the fires after the Great Earthquake in 1906. It's often quite difficult to find out about a house's history before that time. Oh dear, am I talking too much? I get so distracted at times I tend to get carried away a bit. So how are you, Nancy? Why did you call? Is there anything I can help you out with?
Can you tell me about the Chinese writing system? I seem to come across a lot of Chinese symbols.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. The Chinese have been an important part of San Francisco history for over 100 years. The symbols are called Hanzi, and each one represents a particular thing, or an idea, or an action. You find them all over on business cards, takeout cartons, artwork.
Have you ever heard of the Ladies' Protection Society?
No, but it sounds like some turn-of-the-century charity. There were all these private agencies that helped out widows and orphans before the government took on that role.
Have you heard of an actress, Lizzie Applegate?
Oh, sure. She was a good friend of Lara Crabtree, another popular actress in the late 1800s. As I recall, she opened up a big hotel. What was it called? The Hotel Mandrake or the Oriental? I forget.
Have you ever come across hidden rooms in Victorian mansions?
No, but I've read that many houses were only partially rebuilt after the Great Earthquake, closing off damaged rooms from the rest of the house.
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
I hope we'll talk soon.
won't fit. It won't fit. It's stuck. It's locked. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck.
Hello.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Take care.
It's locked. 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 It's stuck.
Hello.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's so dark in here. I can't see where I'm going. It's so dark in here. I need a disc.
Bess Marvin's room. How may I help you?
Hi, George.
Hi, Nancy. How are things going?
I found a secret room in the basement, and it looks like someone is living there.
Who could it be?
Probably Charlie. Doesn't he spend most of his time down there?
Look around for clues. Who knows what he's up to?
I found a hidden passageway in the library.
Really?
Now you can spy on people.
Yeah, and see who's reading what.
Or get a good look at the resident ghost.
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
I suspect...
You need to find some.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
See ya!
Bye!
Emily Foxworth speaking.
Hello, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy. How's your case coming along?
I should get going. Goodbye, Emily.
Call anytime.
Drew residence, Hannah Groon speaking.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Nancy.
I just found a hidden attic. I wonder if it has anything to do with all these accidents.
Perhaps it does. Nancy, keep this a secret until you get to the bottom of these strange events. Don't even tell Rose. The less everyone knows, the more you can investigate without creating suspicion.
I met Rose's handyman, Charlie. He seems nice.
Rose told me he's a fine young fellow, but a little rough around the edges. I believe she said he's studying history at a community college.
This house is full of surprises. I found a secret room in the basement where someone's been living.
Strange accidents? Secret rooms? Seances? The more I hear about this house, the more I wonder what Rose has gotten herself into.
I should get back to work. Goodbye.
Don't work too hard.
It's missing an eye. It's missing an eye. It's missing an eye. Whoops.
You did what?
I unhooked the chandelier and it crashed to the floor.
I can't believe it.
No wonder Rose asked you to leave.
I don't know what got into me.
Sounds like you really goofed up.
Just don't vandalize the next house you stay in, okay?
Especially if it's ours.
Whoops.
You did what?
I I unhooked the chandelier and it crashed to the floor.
I can't believe it!
No wonder Rose asked you to leave.
I don't know what got into me.
Sounds like you really goofed up.
Just don't vandalize the next house you stay in, okay?
Especially if it's ours.
It's locked. It's stuck. It's locked. It's locked.
Hello.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long.